but I'm just, you know what? I'm gonna say this right now. I'm taking Dylan Gabriel over Shedeur Sanders personally.
No, the hell you're not.
Get out of here.
Wait,
No, the hell,
no,
no, the hell you're not.
no.
Sorry,
No,
I have
you were
to.
not.
Wait,
No, you were not.
Wait,
No.
Hold on, guys.
No.
Harrison.
Hold it down just a little bit.
Harrison,
I can't.
explain why would you take Dylan Gabriel over Shedeur Sanders?
Just give me a minute. I just fuck, man. It's just I just can't, man. I just can't do it. I just can't pull the trigger about Shedeur. There's something about Shedeur I just don't like. I just don't know about his accuracy personally. I just don't see it. I just can't see it.
Bro, he has amazing accuracy. He
I
hits
don't
his
see it.
receivers
Honest with
perfectly.
you.
What are you talking about?
Wait 1 second, guys. Harrison, I will say this. You've been a Carolina Panthers fan for a good while, from what I gather, right?
Yes, sir. 12 years.
Okay. Why are you so worried about personality? The greatest quarterback in your franchise's history in Cam Newton had a huge personality, and he led y'all to a Super Bowl. Why are you worried
And
about
he
personality?
wasn't nowhere near as accurate as Shedeur Sanders is.
Why are you worried about
MVP.
that's the thing? Why are you worried about personality over production? And the thing is, people get on the Cam Newton, oh yeah, his personality. Okay, let's just bring up facts. Has Cam Newton got arrested? No. Has Cam Newton got his coach fired? No. Did Cam Newton come out and bash the owner even when he was going through what he was going through when he had to sell the team? No. Didn't Cam Newton do all the right things when it came to with his injuries and holding himself accountable as a player and a leader in that locker room? Yes, he did. So when people bring up the personalities, the personality equal production. When the personality outweighs the production, then that's one thing. But when the production outweighs the personality, that's a whole nother. The greatest quarterback in Panthers history is Cam Newton, but yet everybody's sitting around here worried about Shedeur Sanders' personality. Is he getting in trouble? No, he's not.
To add on to that point, champ, you know, a quarterback in
Now you make it so
2023 who the Carolina Panthers would have drafted, but had too many character questions. One, CJ Stroud, because of the Wonderlic score. CJ got a lot of flack and ridicule for the Wonderlic score. But at the same time, that didn't stop him from being rookie of the year, offensive rookie of the year, taking the Houston Texans to the playoffs, winning a playoff game. And plus, Champ will tell you this, and he will vouch for me on this, that college football playoff game against Georgia, to the point in which Champ had three heart attacks in that game. And people, and look, Harrison, personality, okay, fine. Maybe Shedeur Sanders may not be the type of personality that you want, but you dealt with Cam Newton. And I'm not saying that Shedeur Sanders is going to be Cam Newton. I'm not saying he's going to have a career like Cam Newton. But at some point in time, when are we regarding personality, as long as the player doesn't get into any legal issues or anything like that, or any type of serious controversy, what's the problem of having a guy like Shedeur Sanders on the team? Okay, he's flashy. Yes, he's the son of Deion Sanders, but at the same time, of course, he's going to develop some of the things that Deion has taught him. After all, he's his son. So as long as he doesn't have any legal issues whatsoever, as long as he's on the right path and he's trained, correct me if I'm wrong, champ, didn't Shedeur Sanders train with Tom Brady?
Yes,
As
he
far
did.
as like go ahead.
Yes, he did. I apologize. I did not mean to interrupt, bro.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, the thing is this. People will talk about personality, but people don't want to talk about this. I'm an SEC guy. BRF, you can vouch for me. When Cam Newton came out, he had character issues because of that house that his parents had. Yes.
Remember the play for play
money. Yes, because of all that money that a booster had gave his dad and his parents. So he came out being the number one overall pick with character issues. Not to mention one thing that people forget about. He stole those laptops down there in Florida. That's how come he ended up going to JUCO.
So junior college in Brenham, Texas.
Yes. So the thing is, when you talk about personality, Does personality outweigh the production? As long as it does not, then you good. So Shedeur Sanders is not out there getting in any trouble. He's not out there breaking the law. He's marketing himself. And in this day and age, and I think that a lot of the young guys can relate to this, it's how you market yourself in order to make these off the court and off the field things. That's how you market yourself. Do you think Cam Newton would be a reporter right now for ESPN if he not marketed himself while he was a player? If he not marketed himself after he stopped? No, he would not. So when people talk about personality, the greatest quarterback in Panthers history, the first to win an MVP and lead you to a 15-1 season, which only 16 in NFL history has done, he had character issues coming from Florida and coming out of Auburn, yet he was still drafted number 1 overall. So if Carolina ends up drafting Shedeur Sanders, I don't think you could go no wrong, because like I said, the greatest quarterback in the Carolina Panthers history came out of school with not one school with character issue, but 2, that being in Florida and Auburn. So guess what? If you're worried about personality, you're drafted one with a huge personality, and he had character issues. Guess what? One more quarterback that can lead you to a Super Bowl is not going to hurt you.
And not only that, David Tepper should not be talking about character when he is the same David Tepper that is throwing drinks at Jaguars fans.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
we're gonna hold people with character issues.
And one more quick thing before we move on. Okay, for Harrison, who is y'all's coach? Who was y'all's head coach last year at the beginning of the 2023 season? It was Frank Reich, correct?
Yes, sir.
Why did they not listen to Frank Reich when it was Frank Reich who wanted CJ Stroud? It was the owner. It was the owner who wanted Bryce Young.
Wait, BRF. Can I? It's also our former general manager Scott Fitter, who is
But I know, but at the end of the day, it was the front office who wanted Bryce Young. Frank Reich wanted CJ Stroud. So that's one of the things. So I'll throw this on the real quick, then we move on. Like the reason why I think Shedeur Sanders is QB1 in this draft currently. I think he's QB1. What I've seen from Shedeur Sanders that I really, really enjoy about him in terms of his play as quarterback, one is the arm talent. His arm talent keeps popping off of the page every time I see him throw the ball. But like his he's actually surprising. He surprises me as far as him going through progressions. But also, I think the biggest thing with Shedeur Sanders is his pocket presence. He has amazing pocket presence. He understands pressure. He understands how to get out of pressure. He understands being able to make those throws, and he's extremely accurate. Like I said, I think, it's Shedeur Sanders or Cam Ward for me as the top 2. I personally have Shedeur Sanders as my QB1 because I think right now he is the best suited at this moment as far as like pro style NFL offenses. I think he could come in, and I think he's the most NFL ready. Between him, Cam Ward, and Dylan Gabriel, I think Shedeur Sanders right now is the most NFL ready quarterback.
And to be honest with you, with Cam Ward, he is very underrated. And you imagine, champ, because I read his story, had it not been for that wing T offense that he ran early in his career, he would have been notified. It's amazing that he was not even a star recruit coming out of high school, and for him to be playing this well, and you can make a case for him as the Heisman.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say this. I'm just gonna apologize just because it's just my personal opinion. At the end of the day, No,
that's fair.
No, I agree with what you all say. I'll agree with you guys. I will all agree with you at the end of the day. But if I had to take a guess with Shedeur Sanders, if he goes to a team, I'm probably hoping Cleveland. I think Cleveland would be a good spot for them personally. I don't know what pick.
Hell, you better want it.
Cam Ward's going to the Raiders.
No bigger critic has been on Deshaun Watson other
Mr.
than me.
My body, Deshaun Watson.
We ain't doing it tonight. We're not doing it tonight.
But that's all I'm going to say, champ.
We're not doing it.
Move on.
We're not doing it.
But again, Cleveland, they're stuck in money hell right now because again, you gave
Here
Deshaun
comes the
Watson $230
money.
million guaranteed.
Here comes the money.
So what are you gonna do? What are you going to do? And Baker Mayfield's getting his last laugh.
Get rid of him. Try to waste all them. Just you gotta cut him. I mean, unless you
Problem
got
is, if you cut him, it's just dead
who
money.
laughs
You still gotta
he
pay
who
him.
laughs best.
Mhm.
Because you still, if you cut him, it's just dead money. So you still got to pay him. I think it's like 140 million. So
All right.
Yeah,
All right,
that's 170, bro.